Hey there, have you ever wondered why your interactions with women never go as planned? I mean, you go out on a date and then you never get a second date, even though you want to see them again, but it's as if there's something that's always making them just, disappear. They don't want to go on a second date with you. In this video, I'm going to delve into those little habits that are sabotaging your efforts without you even knowing about it. These are common mistakes, but the good news is that they can be fixed. So I'm not just going to be pointing out these things that are sabotaging your effort. I'm also going to be giving you practical ways and steps you can take in order to correct these habits and have a more deeper connections. At the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to make those small but powerful changes that will dramatically change the way women perceive you. Ready to make those changes? Let's go. Overuse of sarcasm. This might seem very harmless to you, but I tell you most times it turns women off, especially when you overdo it. I understand sometimes when you meet a lady for the first time, you just want to throw some sarcasm, just to make her relax. And this might actually be counterproductive, especially when that sarcasm is something that has to do with her culture, maybe her tribe, or maybe her body. You might see it as very harmless, but it might actually be sabotaging your communication and your ability to see that person again. Let me give you a typical example. I'm a Nigerian, right? And in Nigeria, there's this thing that is common. For example, if you're a Yoruba guy and you get to meet an Igbo lady whom you actually love and you find very interesting, and then you just carelessly say things like, ha, you this Igbo girl, hope say not to like money like your people. This might sound very funny to you, okay? But she might not like it, or it might not just go down well with her, because this is like you trying to, stereotype and all of that. It might actually be that you are the Igbo guy, for example, and then you meet this lovely Yoruba lady, and then you go like, hope you will not finish me with pepper. You know how your people like pepper, things like that. It might sound very funny to you, but trust me, most ladies will not like it, especially at the initial stage where you're still talking with this person. So it's advisable to avoid things like that. And how can you stop this habit that might be sabotaging you? Start by being mindful of the things you say. Like I said, sarcasm in itself is not entirely bad, but if that is the only thing you want to be saying every now and then it becomes a problem. Every once in a while, you can just throw in a light sarcasm, but that shouldn't be what you do all the time. Sometimes when you meet a woman for the very first time, you don't actually mean to be boastful, but when you start talking about all of your accomplishments, the things you have, the things you've achieved, it might come off and sound like you're being boastful. Once she perceives you as being very boastful and someone who likes to flaunt his achievement and all of that, she might begin to feel like you're trying to show off, and nobody wants to be with a man like that. To seem as if you have insecurity issues in the sense that you don't trust that your achievement can actually speak for themselves. And how do you break this habit? Try to be a little bit more humble, all right? Just present yourself, in a very humble way, not by pretending, because if you pretend, at the end of the day, she might actually see through your pretense and still not comply with you. Trying not to flaunt so much of your achievements, and just listen to her and maintain eye contact will go a long way to help you achieve that deeper connection. And when you find yourself gradually slipping back into bragging a little bit, you can just snap out of it and be conscious of the things you say and just be in the present. Let the conversation not actually be only about you, but like I said, pay more attention to her. This would help you. Constant phone checking. This is something that almost like everybody is a culprit of. All right. Can you imagine a situation where you go out on a date and the discussion is flowing, the conversations are good, the chemistry is building up, but you find yourself, constantly checking your phone every now and then, you're checking your phone, you're going to send the wrong signal, in the sense that this lady will begin to perceive you as maybe you don't think she's important, or maybe there's something more important that you're looking to get from your phone. So in order to break this habit, it's important for you to just, put your phone away, put it face down on the table, or even put it away, out of the picture, out of sight and out of mind, so you can focus your attention on this lady, and show her that she's important and be in the moment with her, which would go a long way to actually establish that bond that would help you have a longer relationship. Unreliability. When you make promises, you break your promises. When you make plans, you don't show up. You cancel plans last minute. No woman, trust me, no woman wants to be with a man that is not reliable. So when you're trying to build this connection with this person, Being unreliable or coming off as unreliable is not going to help you. No woman wants to be with a man that cannot keep to his words because she cannot trust you. And what is a relationship without trust? It's even better to underpromise and overperform than promise and not even fulfill it at all, or just call off plans at the dying minute. That is a big turn off for most ladies. How can you break this habit? Begin by setting very realistic goals. Do not set goals or make promises out of excitement or maybe out of happiness. No matter how excited and happy you are, do not make promises out of that. Make sure that the goals you're setting or the plans you're making are things that are realistic for you. And if by chance something comes up that will make you not to be able to, meet up with these plans, try as much as possible to communicate effectively to this woman that you won't be able to keep up with the plan. This will help her trust and understand you better. Trust is a big thing in a relationship, and most women want to be with men they can trust. Coming off as unreliable is not going to help you in this journey. Okay, just try as much as possible not to break promises, and even when you have to communicate that effectively, I'm sure she's going to understand. Poor listening skills. This is when you fail to pay attention to her when she's talking. Instead, in your head, you're already crafting a response, or something you want to say in response to what she has just said. Women can actually see through this singular act. It's almost as if you're competing with whatever she has said. You're trying to get points that are going to trump the one that she has said. That is not proper. And trust me, that will land you in your house, in your room alone, because no woman wants to keep up with that. So how can you break this habit? Begin to practice listening attentively. Do not listen to respond, just listen to understand her, to connect with her, maintain very good eye contact so she can understand that yes, you're here in the present and you want to, just communicate with her in that level. That way you're going to bond better. The art of communication is not just about talking alone, but also having a great listening skill. This will balance the equation and make you guys just understand each other on a deeper level. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out these videos on the screen. I'll see you there.